Barça est revenu. Dani Olmo, extraordinaire Barça.
Meisten linienbrechenden Pässe. Und jetzt ist Dani Olmo mal durch. Rafinha tendenziell im Abseits. Rafinha. Fahne bleibt unten. Aber das wird natürlich überprüft.
Biseko, la perte de balle, Rafinha pour le contre du Barça.
Va a llegar para controlar ese balón de cabeza, no era sencillo. El taconazo es perfecto por parte de Dani Olmo, la apertura de Ferran.
Et pour Dani Olmo, plein axe. Dani Olmo avec Yamal. Yamal en approche, le ballon qui passe à côté. Le
exterior, la entrega es mala. Ha recuperado la pelota, la entregó para Dani Olmo, busca la contra.
Then via De Jong.
It's the back of a Betis player. Olmo flips it over to Torres, who whacks it in to make it 5-0 to Barcelona on the night. He's only just come
up he steps against Unai Simon, and he buries it. It's 3-0 at San Mamés, the football club. Keeping this at just 2-1. He wasn't as busy though as Mallorca's Leo Roman. Barcelona in their last game.
And helping on the build-up, then you do have players.
It's going to be Dani Olmo, and it's on target. But eventually, the formality.
Into Olmo. Olmo off the crossbar and into the back of the net. The Barcelona breakthrough has come. Made by Lamine Yamal, converted by the substitute.
Palmed away as far as Dani Olmo. It's deflected and it's in. And the celebrations.
Segunda oportunidad para Dani Olmo y también para Sergio Herrera. Golpeo, gol. Gol de Dani Olmo que nos ha demostrado.
Thinking, giving it to Dani Olmo, who lifts it into space. And Gerard Martin scores his first goal for Football Club Barcelona.
Lewandowski into Rafinha, Rafinha into Olmo, and Olmo scores. And Barcelona right back in it. You're saying, Lauren, there's plenty of time. Well, there certainly is, and they only have one goal now.
In a short bit. And we now have Frankie de Jong.
Chances for Olmo into the back of the net, and Barcelona break the deadlock. 1 minute into the second period. The Barca fans get the goal that they wanted.
fashion a chance here with Olmo in the box. Can he thread it through? And it's a first goal in the first 3 minutes.
Here's Dani Olmo. They backed off Dani Olmo. He plays the pass to Rafinha. He's overhit that. Little too much mustard on the shot from Rafinha as he ran out of space.
Dani Olmo y Pedri retrasa la posición.
Ahí va Olmo, le espera a Rafinha, balón en profundidad, quiere llegar el brasileño, centra Rafinha, Lewandowski, ¡al palo!
Here's Olmo, threads it through, this is a chance for Pedri, and again Jan Oblak makes the save. Under pressure from Barrios, here's Olmo, can he get the shots away? He can, and it goes just past the far post. Dani Olmo starting to find space. Just in front.
Cuts it back for Dani Olmo, what a goal! Precision on debut to put Barca.
Thread through to Lamine Yamal, and he's so nearly snuck that in at the far post. The first chance of the game, and no surprise.
Here is Olmo, spinning, going for goal. Cleared now by Adam.
Into Olmo. Olmo to Ferran, and good clearance. Gets goal side of David Lopez, and what a goal that is! What a start to the second half! Dani Olmo scores.
Wonderful time it is here as Dani Olmo prods it, and it's just wide of the mark. Couldn't he getting himself?
Space for Olmo, well found by Koundé. And that's a terrific pass. And this is Robert Lewandowski.
Olmo, who has very nearly scored an audacious goal on debut.
O buscar muchas florituras en poner un pase de gol.
Olmo back. Down by Salah, straight to Olmo, who exchanges passes with Lamine and is brought down.
Oh, twist from Dani Olmo, goes down under the challenge of the goalkeeper, and the finish is set.
Dani Olmo into space. Superb ball here for Lamine Yamal. He's in behind the Mallorca backline. He goes down.
Olmo knocks it out.
Jetzt finden sie Olmo, das machen sie sehr, sehr gut.
Lewandowski, Olmo, not much room for manoeuvre, but Olmo still gets his shot away. Guaita is up to the challenge.
Die Mittelfeldrolle am höchsten interpretiert.
Super Kontakt, Dani Olmo, Micha.
Counter-attacks on. Look at that for a ball to Lamine Yamal. Yamal.
3-3. Conduce la pelota Dani Olmo, la apertura para...
Madrid had won, it would have been 14 Super Cups for Real Madrid.
Pedri. Oh, knocks it out left.
And again, I think Sevilla were not able to read the situation. Fantastic, Olmo.
Dani Olmo. Ooh.
Away from Aramburu. Almost shot. He's blocked. It comes out to
His
Fernandes.
number 10 position can be... Well, let's see, Dani.
Dani Olmo found centre. He cuts it back for Olmo, who delivers. And what a good cross it was.
Over the top for Dani Olmo. Dani Olmo, can he finish? Handball again.
Our mission, if you will, is to unpack a series of, well, really fascinating observations and moments about a specific footballer, Dani Olmo. We're working from what looks like a stream of pretty intense rapid-fire commentary. It's from a YouTube source titled Olmo is Exceptional.
And these sources, they're like fragments, aren't they? Little snapshots of the action. Our goal here is to kind of stitch them together, see if we can figure out what really makes Olmo tick, what makes him so impactful. It's quite an interesting way to build a picture, isn't it, from these really dynamic in-the-moment bits.
Absolutely. And what's so compelling about looking at it this way through these quick-fire snippets is you get this raw, almost unfiltered sense of what he's actually doing on the field. It's not a cold stat sheet. It's the heat of the moment, the immediate impact. Performance right as it happens. Right. Exactly. So the big question for us today for this deep dive is, how do these flashes, these individual moments, actually paint the picture of an exceptional player? What is it that Olmo contributes right in the thick of it that earns him that label? Let's dig in.
Okay, so as we start looking through these initial clips, the first thing that really jumps out is just his threat on goal. It's undeniable. The commentary mentions him burying it to make it 3-0 at San Mames. That's pretty emphatic. And then there's that description of a goal off the crossbar into the back of the net. Apparently, that brought Barcelona right back into a game. Just wow.
Yeah, and it's the variety, too. That's a key thing here. It's not just one type of finish. We hear about him scoring, and suddenly Barcelona are right back in it. Then there's a first goal in the first 3 minutes mentioned somewhere else.
Quick off the mark then. Right. And precision on debut. Another goal. And this quote. What a goal that is. What a start to the second half. It highlights how he could just switch it on immediately. It feels like the commentators are almost scrambling to keep up sometimes.
Yeah, you get that sense. But, okay, digging a bit more, it's clear he's not just the guy finishing the moves, is he? These snippets also really highlight him as a creator, like almost flipping it over to Torres, who whacks it in to make it 5-1. That's a big goal contribution.
Yeah, setting up a teammate.
And then lifts it into space, and Judd Martin scores his first goal. That's not just a pass. That sounds like real vision, creating the chance.
And that connects directly to this idea of, well, exceptional vision, doesn't it? He threads it through. For Pedri, okay, the save was made, but the commentary implies the quality of the chance was top-notch.
Right. The setup was perfect.
Exactly. Then he also cuts it back for Danny Olmo. Wait, maybe that's him receiving. No, setting someone else up for what a goal. And a superb ball here for Aminal, putting him clear through. What's fascinating is how these moments show he's not just seeing the pass. He's executing it with like the perfect weight and timing.
Yeah.
Putting it where defenders can't get it, often setting up a first-time shot.
Yeah.
So it raises that question, looking just at these snapshots, is he more the clinical finisher or the selfless provider? The evidence seems to shout, well,
both.
A pretty formidable combination of both, yeah.
And that really leads into his just relentless attacking presence. I mean, even when he doesn't score, the commentary mentions shots going just wide of the mark or just past the far post. He's clearly getting into those dangerous positions again and again.
Consistently, yeah.
There's even one bit where he so nearly snuck that in at the far post, described as the first chance of the game. That says a lot, doesn't it? About his assertiveness, involved right from the start, always looking to make something happen.
And what really stands out there is his commitment to breaking lines, constantly trying to disrupt the defense. We hear about him spinning, going for goal, and a twist from Danny Olmo before a shot is saved. He gets shots off even with not much room for maneuver.
Always finding a way.
It shows a player who's, well, constantly probing, testing the keeper, creating, even under pressure. That drive keeps defenders completely honest.
And speaking of pressure, these clips also give us hints about how he finds space, which makes him even tougher to handle. Like the commentary notes him starting to find space just in front of the defense.
Those dangerous pockets.
And he comes out of this number 10 position. That sounds like more than just moving around. It suggests tactical intelligence, drifting, finding gaps, kind of becoming this free spirit in attack that's really hard to track.
Yeah, that points to a really advanced understanding of positional play, doesn't it? He's not just waiting for the ball. He's actively seeking those areas where he can do the most damage, like playing chess out there almost. And we also hear about him exchanging passes with Lamine, contributing to the buildup. So he's involved in the intricate stuff too, progressing the play.
Not just the final action.
Exactly. And being well found by Koundé with a terrific pass shows he's good at receiving in those tight, dangerous areas too, ready for the next move, keeping everything flowing.
So, okay, pulling all these rapid-fire observations together, what really seems to emerge is this kind of unpredictable duality with Olmo, his ability to just seamlessly switch between being the clinical finisher and the, selfless creator, sometimes maybe even in the same attack. It's not just versatility, is it? It feels more like a fundamental unpredictability mixed with that tactical smartness. He disrupts defenses, helps his teammates, and seems to deliver when the pressure's on.
Yeah, and when we think about what exceptional really means in a game as dynamic as football, it's clear that even these fragmented, moment-by-moment bits of data, like this commentary, can actually paint a surprisingly full picture of talent and impact. It really seems to be about the density and the quality of these decisive actions, not just how many, but how impactful they are. That seems to define a player like Olmo.
Right. So you've been on this deep dive with us today, looking into Danny Olmo, trying to understand what makes a player exceptional, right from the heat of the battle, all seen through the lens of those pretty exciting real-time observations. Thanks for joining us.
Absolutely. And it leaves you thinking, doesn't it? Given that density of high-impact plays we've talked about, what specific quality or characteristic do you think is the most defining for a player described as exceptional, especially when you're just seeing these kinds of rapid-fire moments? Something to ponder.